Hey guys, so the Fortnite trailer of Chapter 5 just dropped today, which is what's playing on screen right now. And there are a few things that appeared in the trailer that help us get a grasp of what's going to come. Now, I hate this game. I'm pretty vocal about that. It's such a very bad game what it's become. But Fortnite OG has been a breath of fresh air. And from the looks of it, Chapter 5 is going to be another equally good breath of fresh air. So that's exactly what we're looking at today. There's a few things in here that really piqued my interest. And we also know mostly what's going on with the map, most of the POIs that are happening. So that's what we're going to be breaking down today. So yeah, this will be a good video to break that down. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this is the official map for Chapter 5, which was leaked a few weeks ago. But the only issue is we don't have any buildings here or map locations. But this trailer has really helped us understand the location of every POI. So we will be labeling this map as the trailer goes on, and I'll be labeling the POIs as well. So you can just keep track of where these things are. Okay, so this is the first shot of the trailer, and I would argue that this gives us the most insight on the map out of any shot in this trailer, because this shows us multiple POIs. Most glaring is this orchard. Now, I initially thought that this was a vineyard, but no. This is definitely an orchard. We see that in the files. And I want to be very clear on the structure of this season as well. So there are two syndicates here. One is the underground, and the other is the society. You have the rich, posh people that always run the place in the shadows, and then the not so rich people trying to take the whole thing down. That's kind of the struggle we're seeing here, and dare I say, this map is actually going to have, or at least majority of it, is going to have an Italian theme. So that's what we're looking at here. So yeah, let's just put that on the map right here. This is the orchard. We don't know the actual POI name, but we get the location. You see it here. Now, as the trailer continues, we obviously see the train here, which has been leaked for a while, but now we know what's happening. Now we go down into the tunnel here, and further down into a train station. Now, this train station is the HQ, from what it looks like, of the underground. Now, if this trailer is story accurate, this train station looks like it's not doing that well. It looks like it's ravaged up. It looks like somebody was sorting through all the files in the file cabinets. And my theory is that this is the rich people, the society, who broke into this base, the headquarters of the underground, and they took everything. And this theory is further supported when we see Jonesy here pick up a what looks to be a ransom note. Well, it's not a ransom note, but it's a threat that says, "Hey, we kidnapped Peely." So then they take this cloth off. They have all these weapons, and this actually teases the weapon attachments. Now, I think this still kind of sums it up what we're getting. I would assume that we're getting extended clips, as seen with this clip here. Looks like we're getting a flashlight, so maybe in darker areas you can see your enemies a little bit better. We're getting silencers, of course, that makes sense, drawing less attention to you. And of course, we're getting scopes. And scopes could maybe have laser vision too. Maybe the flashlight extension also has laser pointers. So yeah, very exciting stuff here. This would definitely help loads with gameplay. But those are the only ones that we have confirmed here, judging off of the trailer. So now these guys are pissed off and they want revenge, and that's the whole plot of it, right? Okay, this shot's really important here. This looks to be our mountain village that we're getting here, and this does show us a lot. This looks like maybe more Chinese, Japanese architecture. One of my friends did suggest that this might have been like Swiss Alps inspired. Because what we see on this map a lot is that a lot of the architecture is themed to real life locations, especially international locations outside of the US, which I think is very, very interesting that they're expanding there, and I'm very happy. It's the same with like the cherry blossoms that we're confirmed to be getting, the snow biome. It really looks diversified, honestly. Now, this is our mountain village, I think it's called. So that's official. This is the official location. It looks southeast part of the map is where this is going to be, right next to a little lake. Also worthy of notice, I think, in the background, you see there, it looks to be some kind of radio tower or a forecast tower. So it looks like those might be returning as well. Now let's talk vehicles real quick. So we know that we're getting a Lamborghini collab that's teased in a shot later in the trailer. But we also know that we are getting this new car here with a spoiler. I'm not sure if that is a Lamborghini. But we are also getting a dirt bike and a motorbike. We are still getting those. Those are still in the season. Those are not vaulted. So yeah, that's all I had to say for that. Moving on to the trailer, this next shot is also very, very intriguing. This continues to play off of that whole Italian theme I was talking about, which seems to be prevalent for most of the map. You'll see later why I say that, but yeah, this definitely looks like ancient Rome architecture. This seems like a mini pantheon, like worshiping fish sticks, it looks like. That's what I can gather from this. But if you look on the map, this is the general location here, and this is officially on the map known as the Ruins. I'm not sure if that's the official name. None of these are official names, they're just code names or speculation names, but this is on the eastern coast of the map. So yeah, that's general information there on this this Ruins POI. Now these next two shots go in tandem because they are the same location. This is called the Grand Glacier Hotel, and this is a hotel POI on the map, and this looks very, very grand. But this is located in the snow biome, as you can see here. Now, the interior of this hotel, I mean, it looks, like I said, luxurious. What's new? Now, we can see this is the hotel because of the little baggage carts you see all throughout the hotel. There's also a little bit of a library to the right side of the screen there, and a reception in the front of the hotel there in that lobby. Very, very grand, but the main reason that I stopped on this frame is because there are NPCs here, which means that this looks like there is going to be a grand boss here who drops a mythic. So I think that's important to note. Now this here is the location of the hotel. It's obviously not going to be called the hotel. I just didn't really feel like writing the Grand Glacier out on this map. Anyways, you can see this is a very southern location on the map. But it looks like you'd be definitely able to make a smooth rotation to the main city of the map, which we will get to later. Now, also very important to see here, you can see that there is somebody pulling up to the hotel in a blue sports car, followed by two vehicles in a convoy, perhaps armored vehicles, and these could be guards guarding perhaps a VIP target of sorts. I would really like to see like maybe a Hitman, World of Assassination type of game mechanic here, where you are supposed to take out the target. I know that's probably not going to happen, but these are definitely giving me Hitman vibes for sure. All right, continuing in the trailer, capture the train. This gives us more train info, and also shows us a shield with a pistol combo. Now, I do want to point out that there looks to be a drift car here, along with two of those convoy vehicles as well, and most notably a Rocket League car from what it looks like. I'm not sure the relevance of that, but it looks like it has that Rocket League boost, and of course a Lamborghini to the right of the screen there. Now, what does capturing the train have to do with anything? Well, we don't really know, but the main theory, I guess, is that if you get to the front of the train, you will get loot, and that might help you. It's also good for rotation to other POIs to get out of the storm. There might be NPCs on here. I'm not sure if the people that Jonesy is shooting at here are NPCs or real players, but the way they're walking do look like NPCs. It's hard to tell though. Okay, now there's so much stuff to look at here. Let's take a look at some stuff here. Okay, so this weapon looks like it might be an SMG, which having any scope or silencer or drum barrel at all is exciting as it is. But these two extensions, these two attachments are a little bit puzzling to me. It's hard to tell whether this gun starts with a drum barrel or a magazine by default, but it looks like this attachment here in particular is focusing on the silencer of the weapon and the scope and possibly the drum magazine. Now this one looks to be the exact same with the silencer and the drum magazine, but it looks like the scope is a bit of a more square scope this time, so there's probably a difference there. And this next shot does show the differences between them. This next attachment looks very similar to the one I just showed, except instead of a drum magazine, this one does have a regular magazine. But what's interesting here is that this magazine actually has a grip on it, so perhaps this means that either we're getting extended clips for this, or that it's faster reload times because of the grips and you're able to grip it more firmly. Whoa, cut. Sorry, the old version of me just got canceled. I'm his replacement. Anyways, this attachment right here is clearly showing the laser pointer, which I had already talked about. Now this shot is interesting. It shows some kind of a botanical garden, but it does look like there's moss growing on some of the trees there. I don't think this is part of the old hotel we talked about before, because this botanical garden that I'm seeing isn't part of the old hotel. It doesn't show up on the architecture. Alright, and if you play this again, you just see another shot of the hotel lobby. Here you can see the winter town a little bit more clearly, as well as the broadcast tower. Now this is what I was talking about with that Italian architecture. This very much so looks like a small Italian coastal town. I'm not sure if this one in particular is coastal. That's where it gets a little bit more blurry, because we haven't seen all of the POIs yet. We've seen a lot of the ones in the south side of the map, but not the northern side. But the realistic guess, if I had to guess, would be that this POI is in this location. It's called Marina Town, but we don't really know much about it. This is the most probable location though. Okay, we are on that botanical garden thing again. And when you freeze it on this frame, it does actually kind of look like a mansion. And conveniently for us, guess what one of the POIs is? That's right, it's a mansion. That sounds pretty boring, but yeah, that's there. And if you look on the map, the abandoned mansion is located right there. So on the southwest corner of the map, right next to that big city, right down there in the south. Now next we see a little bit of another Italian themed city. It looks like it has something to do with water, so this is either a marina city or it's just a coastal city. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it is a coastal city. You can see a Lamborghini there. Sorry, I don't know why this image is so blurry, but you can clearly see a Lamborghini there, part of the collab, which makes sense with the Italian theme and 3 battle pass skins. So, assuming that this is the coastal city of the map, the location would go right here. But please take this with a massive grain of salt, because I actually highly doubt this is the real location. It's hard to tell any other location where this would go that fits. So don't expect it to be here. I just honestly couldn't come up with anything better. This is one of the few POIs that we don't really know where it is. Alright, next up on the list, we have this other Italian city. And from this still shot, it appears as if this is detached from anything else. It really looks like a standalone POI. Now, this is the location I'm going to put this in, right there. On second thought, a lot of the places that I was initially going to put this, especially this little area right in the center, doesn't really fit the floor plan of this POI. So this little coastal place to the west coast of the island fits the best in my opinion. Now I did want to point out this new item for sure. It looks like a grappling hook and a sword mixed together, so I see a lot of cool gameplay potential there. And this place later on in the trailer shows that you can now heal while walking. Boxes are back, and this just shows another underground headquarters. Now I'm not going to put this on the map because it's impossible to tell where it goes, but I think an underground POI marked on the map would be just such a cool addition, because just imagine like 1 or 2 entrances to this underground place and you have like 20 players, 20 players dropping on these 2 entrances trying to get down. That would be a very interesting gaming mechanic. Now I'm avoiding the battle pass skins for this video, but this location is very interesting. This shows Peter walking through a train station. Now, here's the only issue with this. Where the hell would a train station go? I mean, for a train station to exist, it would have to be a long stretch of straight track. But if you look at the layout of the train, there isn't much straight track here. It's usually bent, but there is one discrepancy, and that is this city here. This is the largest POI on the island and the main city. And since this is the only straight piece of track we have here, I think that we will be getting an inner city train station here, and I think this is where this train station will be located. But the only issue is we don't have any visual confirmation on the city itself. Or do we? We don't see this giant city in the trailer, most likely because Epic wants to keep it private for the big reveal. But we did get this image leak right here that shows the exact POI. And this looks insane, in my opinion. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, the scale of this. This alone is the size of Tilted Towers, and I theorize that this is only half of the city. I believe that the other half of the city will be broken up by the train station, which is behind the city in this screenshot. So in actuality, this might be one of the largest Fortnite POIs we've ever gotten. And on the map, obviously, it would be right here. Now, I do want to talk about two POIs, or at least possible POIs, that were not seen in the trailer at all. One of them fits this giant gap right here and is rumored to be a tennis club of some sorts. We haven't seen a tennis club, and that is just according to the leaks, and it was never confirmed as a tennis club. It was just maybe a tennis club, probably a tennis club. So remains to be seen on what that is, but that would fill this area. And then we also got other image leaks of this POI, which does look like an apartment building or a hotel of some kind. I'm leaning more towards hotel because it's like there's a dried out pool there and there's like, you know, reception there. I feel like this, if it's true, if this is a real POI, it would be a counterpart to the Grand Glacier Hotel. It would, you know, it's just run down and pretty shit, and I think that's like kind of the class divide that this game is trying to convey. As for map locations, we really don't know, but I would probably have to guess here, looking at the whole map. But yeah, this is the final map here. There is one more shot in the trailer that just shows, you know, trains. So yeah, all POIs considered, this is what the map should look like. I mean, I'm not going to be 100% right. I mean, I'm never 100% right, but most POIs are confirmed to be in these locations. Some might not be, but I guess we'll find out in a few hours once downtime ends. Season comes out tomorrow. I decided it'd be pretty fun to make this video and then just check back on it to see how horribly wrong I was. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the map, the POIs, the works, down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this trailer breakdown. If you did, give me a like and subscribe, and maybe I'll force myself to make more Fortnite content if you want it. So yeah, thanks guys. I will see you next time.